Well, folks, we have moved. We are inside the coaches box. Coaches had trouble with the wireless headsets, being able to communicate from the booth to the sideline, and so we just got through pregame ceremonies. Right now, our man Titus is outside, covering the outside two cameras, making sure they don't get bumped and moved, and all of our gear's out there. And so we do hope the rain stays away. It kind of goes on and off about whether it did rain here this morning, but the field looks like it's in great shape. Yes, we do know that the stream is not as smooth as what you're used to. We've had a few messages about it. We're broadcasting at what did it say, Josh? 240.
I think this one bumped us to 360, so we're moving.
Hey, we're moving up a little bit, so we're a little bit better. If we get into major problems, we'll try to jump onto their Wi-Fi. We just know that they were having trouble with their own broadcast, and that's without us on their network. And so we try not to be a hindrance there if we don't have to. Captains tonight, looks like it is Whitman Patton. And who's our other guy there? You're my spotter officially tonight. What? Jaden Wilkerson. Drayden.
Yep.
Oh, it's Drayden. Okay. Awesome. Hey, what's your name?
Jackson McDaniel.
We got Jackson McDaniel up here in the booth with us. He's manning the coach's camera. And so he's my unofficial spotter tonight. So we're the team's out walking the field. In fact, that's a long walk. I don't even know where their locker rooms are at, where they came from. It's way over there. He's pointing at me. It's a good ways. It's actually further than where we parked. But anyway, we do have a little bit better view. I'll tell you, Josh got in and did some stuff earlier. We got one coach going to try to join us in the booth. We are going to get comfy. Joe, you going to sit in my lap tonight while we broadcast? But as we were saying earlier, the playoff situation just gets real clear over the next 2 weeks. We should be in a guaranteed 3 slot. Win tonight should put you in a guaranteed 2 slot with a big game coming up at home next week. We're getting ready. I'll tell you, we're in a goalie. It says actually we're getting a little bit better reception than we were. We're going to do our best here to work with the coaches and make sure that they have what they need. Somehow Josh has found out that our other cameras out there, he's figured out how to get 8 views out of those 2 cameras, and so we're doing our best. If you saw us on there earlier, we were sitting outside.
Yeah. You are probably going to see them bob up and down a little bit. They're in a bit of a wind tunnel out there. And
the Eagles just took the field, and a great breast cancer awareness banner there. And we're waiting on Magnet Cove. They've got a big banner and a lot of music going on, coming through with the flags. Of course, this is a big game for them. Wearing their black uniforms and orange helmets. Paris in the white jerseys, blue helmets tonight. Officials are at midfield. I did not see the signal for the kickoff, so we're just going to wait and see who.
Yeah,
we're receiving the ball. All right. Well, that's usually a good thing. We've had good luck when we've got the ball first and being able to put a little nipple and pressure on there. If you need to get in here close to us, you go right ahead. Who else we got? Oh, hey. There's a ginger in the booth. If anything interrupts the signal, we know what it is. Good to see you, Coach. You were going to get to be a star on the coaches show this week, and then it got preempted by volleyball, is what I heard. So I will say they may be lacking in Wi-Fi and visiting space, but they are not lacking in sound. The sound on their home side is loud. I got a message from our band director. The band is on the way. We thought we saw a bus earlier. They're still not here, but they are coming. So they've had a lot going on. So Paris is setting up to receive. Did not get to see him in warm-up. He was on the other side of the building from where we were, our view. So it is an onside kick. It's going to go to the up man. It gets by him, and Magnet recovers. So Magnet's going to have the ball, 1st and 10 to start the game. Paris had their issues with that onside kick. It's going to be at the 31-yard line. They're going to put it on the near hash. So Paris defense comes out. Now this is a Magnet Cove offense that's put up a lot of points over the last few weeks, but they've also given up quite a few points. Paris is going to come out in a man press. They are up on the line. Magnet sends a man in motion to the far side of the field. Quarterback's going to go that way. It's going to be a keeper. Got Jaden Carter in the backfield, and he is going to bring him down probably for a loss there. Just tracked him down from behind. That was great pressure. Again, I haven't seen much film on them. Don't know exactly what to expect set-wise. That time looked a little bit more like what we saw last week. One man in the backfield, and they'd like to send somebody in motion. They'll come out with 2 tight. One man in the backfield, and they bring the man from the far side into motion to heavy right, and it's going to be another quarterback keeper, and he's not going to get very far. He fell forward for about a gain of 2. If I remember correct, I think he is their leading rusher. And they've not attempted to do anything but just put bodies in front of him and create havoc. So in 2 plays, they've gained 2 yards. Big bodies up front for Paris doing their job. And Paris is staying. Everybody's within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage. And they bring pressure. Quarterback's going to roll to his right. He's looking downfield. Nothing open. And he's going to get hit by a host of Eagles. Looks like he gained about 5 there. They're going to be about 4th and 2. And probably closer to 4th and 3. He had nothing open downfield. There was nobody available. Good coverage in the secondary. They're going to come out and they're going to go for it. Of course, they're kind of in no man's land. You got to have a pretty good kicker to make it from there. They line up heavy right, and they run the opposite way, and he is not going to get anywhere, and Paris is going to take over on downs. Jaden Carter in there leading the charge, but the big boys up front just stuffed it. I see 54. I had to grab my card here. Still don't have them all memorized. Oh, that's Joel Johnson. We ought to know we called his name enough. Joel Johnson getting in there and wreaking havoc, and then secondary coming in and cleaning it up. Paris goes right back to the line of scrimmage, 2 to split to each side. Honey's in the backfield. He's got it back to his right. He's going to shift him over. Magnus got 1 safety deep. Capo runs up the middle. He's going to get a hard-fought yard or 2 there. Brock Barnhill blew right by his guy that time. So they're in man, but they do have a safety over the top. Honey's going to roll to his right. He throws. He's got a man. He's got the reception over there for about a gain of 6. I believe that was Alex Wells. Hey, the PA guy announces with me. And then we don't have our man Mitch here to give me the fractions or tell me I've got the wrong Barnhill. 3rd down, they're going to give it to Capo up the middle, and it's going to get stuffed. There's nothing there. Lineman had released and was already onto the linebacker, but it was the big guys up front that made the stop. Paris stays in offensive formation here, 4th down and 5. Magnet Cove has 4 down linemen, a big gap right in the middle.
So I think it's probably going to be a quick kick.
Quick kick here. It looked like it was hit as it come out, and it's going to bounce down to about the 42, 43 on the other end. They're going to mark it up all the way to 44-yard line. We'll flip the field a little bit. Paris got no momentum in the running game there. And again, we do apologize. We know that the feed does not look near as good tonight, and this is one that probably have more eyes on it than any because of the distance and the travel and the weather. Magnet comes out, set heavy left, 2 backs in the backfield in a stance. They're going to do a reverse on the inside, and it's going to be stopped for about a gain of 2. A lot of misdirection there. Wells coming up to make the stop. I was going to say you got 4. It didn't look like he got that far, but so again, the Magnet goes under center, two backs in the backfield. Paris brings pressure right up the middle. They go off the left tackle, and he gets stopped for a gain of about 3. So he's going to bring up third and about 3 here. Magnet running people in and out every play. That's how they're bringing the play in. They're going to split one man way out to the left side, way out to the far side of the field. Still 2 men in the backfield. You got to figure they're probably still going to try to run it here and get a trap. And Paris jumped, went with a hard count there and got him a free first down. Now I know you already so used to hearing Josh be colorful, and he is manning these cameras like a madman tonight. So Magnet comes out heavy left, 2 backs in the backfield, 1 split far to the far side of the field. The quarterback jumps up. That's intent to get us to jump there. He's going to hand it to the back to his left, but there's a flag immediately. Somebody moved. They probably could have called it just when he jumped up in the air behind the center. That's going to back him up. Magnet again sending the play in every play. That's the way we did it in high school. Just swap out one of your skill guys every play. They're going to come out in a really, I'm telling you, they bunch this thing up in the middle. 2 backs in the backfield, heavy to the right. Under center, it's going to be a sweep to the left. He's got a little bit of room to run. And Jaden Carter slings him down about the original line of scrimmage, so he's going to gain about 5. I'm so disappointed these coaches aren't screaming. Band just got here. Hey, there it is. Band, my spotter doing his job over here. That's awesome. Band is here, and it looks like they brought the show with them. So we'll have a good view of that. I don't know if these windows open or not. It looks like they might be bolted shut, but tight ends both sides, and one's going to go in motion. And they're going to hand it off to the lone back in the backfield, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, and that is Joel Johnson. I got to get faster with Joel. Man, you'd think, when you make 47 tackles a game, I'd just have it memorized. I think they just didn't want to punt a minute ago because they saw what happened last week. If you didn't see the film, we had Big Whit Patman do something I've never seen in a ball game before, but he got his hand on 3 different kicks. And one of them was in the collision of the week. We gave him a runner-up for it because he blew a kid up. All right, they're going to split one out, but nobody's really falling for it. They send the man in motion. That's exactly who they gave it to. It's a pitch man. Paris read it well. I think that's some good film work right there. I'm just curious, if you watch the entire game film of them over the last 2 weeks, how many times they've actually involved that guy they're splitting out wide. I think they're just trying to get a defender out of the way. Paris blitzed in, and he took out the lead blocker, and that just left a lot of guys there to clean it up. So it's 4th and 9. They're going to split to the near side of the field, way out here on the near side of the field. They're again in 12 formation. That's going to be a timeout magnet. We're going to take a timeout with them. And your score is still 0-0 with, we cannot even see the clock from here, 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the half.
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Brendan Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
Amber Canada Photography. Whether it's school portraits, sports action, or senior sessions, or family memories, I capture the moments that matter most. Fast, fun, and professional, because your memories deserve more than just pictures. They deserve art. Book your session today.
El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris. When we come back, it's still that wing T formation. They're going to fake the pitch, roll out, and he's going to look downfield, but it is covered up and intercepted. It is picked off, coming back the other way, and it slips on the wet turf there. I'm going to say that's 4, right? I usually just say a Barnhill. We can't ever tell the difference between the 4 and the 9 most of the time when we can't see. So we just say it's a Barnhill. But that was Harley. Great interception there. Stepped up right in front of the man and picked it off. Well covered. Great job by the secondary. They actually come out and tried to put a bunch of guys out there. Paris is going to go 3 split to the far side of the field. Capo's going to be in the backfield with Honey, and he's going to be to his left. We got one to the near side of the field. Again, to give to Capo, he's got some running room there, and he fights his way all the way up to about the 37-yard line. Oh, we're going to fix that. They just called him Capo. I bet he's never played a guitar in his life. Paris with 2 split to each side. Capo goes out of the backfield into the flat. Honey's looking downfield. He's got a man. That's Jaden Carter, and that's a first down.
Near as I can tell over here, Ty, I think, needs to get a little bit tighter when he squeezes it down. Other than that, he's not done it.
All right, Paris is going to come out in a bunch set to the right. The snap gets through his hand. Good decision there by Honey. Just fall on it. Everything is wet tonight. I mean, the bleachers were wet when we were coming up. It's not muddy or slushy, but it's slick. Loss of 10 there with that snap getting over his head. We got 3 to the near side of the field this time. Honey taking the signals in from the sideline. Capo to his right. Actually, do they change it up? That's still Capo. Honey looks downfield. He's got a man, and guess who it is? It's Dimitri Capo. Catches it over his shoulder, and he's dragging people all the way down inside the 30-yard line before they can get him out of bounds. They give up the middle to Capo, and he gets about a hard-fought fraction of a yard there. Don't have Mitch here to give me my fractions tonight. Paris again in a bunch formation to the right side, and it's going to be Honey going that away right behind that bunch. He's got 6, 7, 8 yards there. Quick move up the middle. If you saw the collision of the week this week, it was actually our own quarterback. It was an offensive player taking out two different defenders after one diving at his feet and creating that collision. So Paris now still Capo in the backfield. We got 2 split to each side. 3rd and 3. High snap's going to give to Capo on the read play. He's got it pushing, and he's got the first down. It's going to depend on the spot. It's going to depend on the spot there, right there, and there's the signal, first down. That was hard running by Dimitri Capo. Paris again to the bunch formation to the far side of the field. Capo in the backfield. Honey looks back. He's got a man. That's number 9. Oh, my goodness. I believe that was Brock, and he almost had the touchdown. That was a great move. He went inside and come back to the outside, and it just beyond his fingertips. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. We try to see the clock from here. We wanted to try to get a camera on it, but we don't have the bandwidth. We're at 1:51 left in the first quarter. Paris 2 split to each side. Capo again in the backfield. Honey looks back, steps up in the pocket, throws, got a man. It's going to be intercepted right at the goal line. And he gets out to about the 11 and is hammered down. He had a man there, probably stared him down just a little bit too long, and the safety came over the top, made the interception. Let's see what Paris comes out in defensively here. They're gonna stay in man. Against this wing tee, it doesn't do you a lot of good to put a safety in the middle of the field, and they're going to bring pressure up the middle. They do. It's going to come to the near side. Whitman Patman almost has him in the backfield. They string it out using the boundary. He's going to gain some yardage. He gets all the way up to about the 18-yard line. Landon Robertson getting in there making the tackle. Boy, Whitman just about had him for a loss. Yeah, our safety's like 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. They're really working hard trying to get us to jump. Swing T, pitch to the left. It's going to the far side of the field. He doesn't have anywhere to run. He's going to go backwards. Looks like Whitman Patman was right in the middle of that one. But it was just a pile. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 4. Magnet sends her play in. This wing T offense, you just got to maintain your responsibilities. Paris got 3 down linemen. They run right up. They got him in the backfield and slings him down. That is, who was that? That was Joel again? I couldn't even get a number. I thought I saw 51. I'm like, we don't even have a 51. Joel Johnson. It's amazing to see a kid with that kind of speed. He's got a few interceptions on the year already, too. And then he turns around and plays on the offensive line. Well, that's the end of the first quarter, and it's still scoreless here in Magnet Cove. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris.
22er, where you can have an ice cream and watch football, or you have a coffee and watch volleyball. family owned, alumni owned, 22 proof. Go Eagles!
In Paris, Arkansas, insurance should feel like a neighbor's handshake, not a hassle. At Paris Insurance Group, we protect what matters most: your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your future with Medicare coverage. Stop by our office or give us a call today.
Trying to help our coaches out there a little bit. We used some walkie-talkies when we got our whole team out, and so we were helping them out. Their Magnet is going to punt, and man, Whitman Patton blew up the guy. Good punt. Jaden Carter's going to take it at about the 35. He's looking for a block, and he gets it, turns it upfield, and is run out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Whitman just about got his big old paw on another one. Looked to me like the first person that even gave him any resistance was the up back in front of the punter. I'm in a chair on wheels, and I keep winding up either on Jaden's feet or in Reinhardt's lap up here. Paris has got two split to the far side of the field, two backs in the backfield. And there's a whistle. And Magnet Cove is not happy. Somebody was in the wrong spot, and Paris was had the advantage there. So we're going to take that break with them because don't know how many of these we're going to get tonight. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after this.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions from no-fee checking to our mobile app, from instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards, to Click Switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits. Come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time. Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
Warren Shoes, your home for Nike, New Balance, North Face, and UGG. Locally owned since 1949. Located in their iconic location on the square in downtown Paris.
As we come back to play, Paris stays in that same formation. It's going to be a fake to Capo. Oh, and Honey had get a shoestring tackle there by the linebacker, or else he was going to have some room to run. He had an angle to the far side of the field and a lot of green in front of him. Instead, he just gets past the line of scrimmage. So it's Capo to his right, and I believe that's Robertson to his left. He rolls to his left, throws, got a man open. That was intended for Alex Wells. Now, Paris is a rhythm offense, and we've seen when they get out of the rhythm, that's been kind of an issue. So right now they're still staying up close, but they have one man deep. They got that safety, and that's what gave us problems on the last drive with the interception at the goal line. Honey takes a snap and he drops back. He's got a lot of pressure, and he's going to be sacked. He's going to be sacked all the way back at about the 37-yard line. Into punt formation. Paris not as productive on that drive. They'll get the kick off, and it's going to be a low line drive. It hits, it bounces, it's fielded to about the 22, and he's not got anywhere to run. He's going to make it around the edge. He gets the corner, and he's got somewhere to run. And here come Whitman Patton and a host of Eagles, and I believe That was Blaine Maddox with the stop. Had a big collision here on the near side. We got a man down. Trainers are over here with him right now, talking to him. I believe that's Joel Johnson. Coach is coming over. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back here in just a few minutes.
Air Serve of Fort Smith is locally owned and operated by alumni Tony Hughes, and you can bet the bus on it. If Hall of Famer Jerome Bettis trusts Air Serve, so can you. Call Air Serve today. Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Sieben Morgan & Associates in Paris or Ozark today. Ron Trusty and Logan County Insurance have been in the same location for 40 years. Proud Paris alumni. Go see him for your auto, home, life, commercial, and bonds. That's Ron Trusty at Logan County Insurance in Paris. Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
Farm Credit of Western Arkansas and Paris. Proud to support our farmers, families, and Friday night football. Rule ending, hometown strong.
When it's time for your next vehicle, shop local and drive with pride. You'll get more than a great car. You'll get hometown service and support from folks who know you by name. Paris Ford and Paris Chevrolet, proud supporters of the Paris Eagles.
'22 Lounge is a family-owned restaurant where you can host events, enjoy live music, and try our house recipes from barbecue ribs, wings, brisket, steaks, fish, coleslaw, and potato salad. 22 Lounge, a place for all to enjoy.
When I say with all our respect, you can be assured that at Roller Funeral Homes, we treat each family with honesty and integrity, and we are always there to provide strength for your family. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect.
Well, Joel went off under his own power. He's going into the medical tent on the far side. He took a heck of a lick there. It was about a 40-yard return. You know, he had nothing at the beginning of that, and then once he got the edge, he got behind a wall of blockers, made it all the way down to the Paris 37-yard line. Magnet splits one man out. Staying in this wing T. They're just going to give it straight ahead, and he's got some running room, and he's gone. He's gone. He broke the line of scrimmage, and everybody had run up, and that is going to put Magnet Cove ahead 6-0 right here at the beginning of the second quarter. Been a little while since Paris has played from behind. They're in a huddle, so we're going to see what they're going to do, see if they're going to kick it. They are not going to kick. They're going to go for it. Again, in the wing T. Assume that they think after they just ran up the middle, they can do it again and get a couple of yards, and they do. So with 10 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second quarter, we have our first score, and it's Magnet Cove 8, Paris 0. Paris is going to need to come back out and respond here. This is an important drive. The last time we saw Magnet kick, they came out and kicked an onside kick. Paris stays in their standard formation. Magnet does kick it deep. It's a very good kick. It's going to find the end zone. So Paris is going to take over at the 20-yard line. Paris is going to give it around the left edge. That's number 8. Ty Farmer. He picks up 5 on the carry. Nice productive first down. Stay ahead of the chains. Honey in the backfield. He's going to hand it to Capo. No, he's going to fake. He's going to throw to the outside. That's number 3. We know who that is. That's Jaden Carter. He's going to bulldoze 2 of his defenders down at about the 34-yard line, so that's going to move the chains. Again, Paris going with tempo. Capo breaks through. He's got some room to run. He's all the way into the secondary and brought down at the 50-yard line. Great run there by Capo. Good tough running. Good blocking up front, leaving a string of bodies in his path. Magnet's not used to this. They are running, having to sprint to get back up to the line. Paris has got 2 split to each side. And it's going, Magnet's forced into a timeout. They are doing everything they can do to break the tempo. Tempo is giving them problems. So we're going to take the break with them. We'll be right back after this.
The Logan County Fair Board is proud to sponsor Paris Eagle Athletics and wants you to know the Fair Building is now available to rent for your next gathering, wedding, or celebration. Contact Tanya Johnson or a board member today for schedule availability.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time. Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions from no-fee checking to our mobile app, from instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards, to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits. Come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
Air Serve of Fort Smith is locally owned and operated by alumni Tony Hughes, and you can bet the bus on it. If Hall of Famer Jerome Bettis truck.
All right, it's 1st and 10 Paris as we come back. Honey's going to roll to his right. He's looking downfield. He's got a man coming back across the field, but he throws near side, and it is incomplete, out of bounds. Jaden Carter made a heck of a play there just to get a hand on the ball. Had a man break to the inside of the field there. You know, that's hard to see when you're rolling to your right and the open receiver breaks back to your left. That's probably why the defender left him alone. Paris again, and then 2 split and going with tempo. Capo in the backfield, 2 to each side. Gets a snap, throws it out to the near side of the field, and it's dropped. Had a wide receiver screen there, and that had some promise to it. Just a low throw that didn't get grabbed. Paris right back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. Same formation. 2 split to each side. 1 back in the backfield. Honey gets the ball. He looks downfield. It's a shovel pass, and the ball pops out, and Magnet is on top of it. We've seen that shovel pass go bad for us a couple of times this year. It had some room there. They had over pursued. It works kind of like a screen, and you let the guys through, and that slick ball just popped right on out of there, and Magnet jumped right on top of it. I think the discussion here is, and they have not moved the chains, if it's a forward pass on a shovel pass, is it incomplete? And I think that's what they're discussing. It was a shovel pass, and he never had control of it. So coach is all the way out to on the near side of the field about the numbers. And I think they're going to be right on this. I think it's going to be 4th down and 10. Oh, they are going to give it to Magnet Cove. It was definitely a forward pass that was incomplete. We're on the road. It's definitely a forward pass. Never had possession of it. This is where we wish we could do the instant replay. We're growing as we. Right now, that Josh is over here running 8 different camera angles. Why you're not hearing him very much. Oh man, that was blown up. That was 57. John Salgado, and I believe he's the one that subbed in for Joel Johnson a minute ago. If I'm not incorrect there. No gain. That was a big hit. He was the only guy that could make the tackle. Everybody else was tied up with a defender. That's what this wing tee does. It just tries to put a man on a man and everybody in a box. They hand it to the up back, and he doesn't get anywhere. I believe that was Salgado again in there on the – that was Salgado coming in and making the play. I believe that was Blaine Maddox just checked in. Third and 10. Big defensive spot here for the Eagles. Right up on the line of scrimmage. They run it up the middle, and he runs into the pile. He makes good yardage on it. It looks like about 5. So it's going to be 4th down and 5 right at the Paris 33-yard line. This clock just runs when you're playing this offense. We got 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half. Again, wing T formation, 2 guys in the backfield, heavy to the left. They're going to change the call. Paris showed blitz. And it was a give up the middle, and he didn't get it. He did not get it. Waiting on the official signal. Stopped at the 31. The marker's at about the 32. And they're going to call for a measurement. First time we've seen this all year. I think that was a very forgiving spot. They signaled for the measurement. I guess they do it so little anymore. They're waiting on the chain gang to mark the line. Yeah, first down. Okay. I was going to say it looked like it was a full yard off by looking at the chains. Nobody from Magnet is protesting that. Paris kind of been their own worst enemy this half. They've thrown an interception. They've had 2 fumbles and given up a 40-yard return, and then the one big play, they broke up the middle. And so time to put something together, put a little bit of pressure on this Magnet Cove defense. Paris with 2 split to the far side of the field, got 2 men in the backfield. A snap's going to be a give to Honey, and he's got a man on him, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. Don't see that very often, especially when it's a guy lined up by Big Whitman Patton. Paris going with tempo here. Magnet struggling to get their substitutions onto the field. It's one of the things that Paris is trying to keep from happening. We don't have to let them, if we don't change personnel, they don't necessarily get the extra time to do it. Honey's going to fake the throw, but he doesn't even have the ball. It's Capo. He's into the open field, and he is off to the races. He's past the first down marker and out of bounds near the midfield marker. Folks, that was 2nd and 20. And Capo did a great job of selling that he didn't have the ball. He stayed there like he was blocking. Honey backed up and pulled up like he was going to throw, and then Capo took off. Great-looking play. It looks like we're at about the 46. We're in a bunch set to the left. They're going to give it to Capo up the middle again, and he is just dragging bodies for 10 yards at a time now. That's going to put him right at the marker. We'll see if they give the first down or if it's waiting on the – looks like it is going to be 2nd and inches. Robertson into the backfield now. Bunch formation to the far side. It's Robertson up the middle. He's got the first down and about 3 or 4 more. So they're going to move the chains. Paris is going to be ready to go as soon as they do. They roll the clock. Paris again with the bunch formation to the left. We got one man, Brock Barnhill, split out this way. It's going to be a keeper by Honey, and he's going to run behind that trips, and he is all the way up to the marker and still pushing. He got about 9 there. I don't think he made it all the way to the marker, but that was a great job blocking by our receiving crew and just clearing a path downfield. Gain of 9, so 2nd and 1. Robertson still in the backfield. That's who they're going to give it to. And he made a man miss at the line of scrimmage, picks up the first down and about 10 more. What a move. Great little jump step, and the defender just went flying at his feet. Paris again with tempo, trips to the left. High snap, throw it out over to Jaden Carter, makes a man miss, but he's only going to get about a yard there. Second and 9 here, staying in the bunch formation. He's going to move Robertson over to his left side. So now he's going to motion back this side as a keeper by Honey, and he's got room up the middle. He breaks. He's got one man to beat, and it was a safety. He's going to be right down by the goal line. Now, guys, this is one of the angles that we really struggle to see. I'm looking at Josh, you did a great job with being able to find them angles. I'm looking at it, and that looks nice. Basically what we're able to do is pull out sections of the wide view of the camera and switch into different sections of the camera angle itself. So it's first down and looks like about 3. And I think Paris is going to take a timeout here. Yeah, timeout. Yeah, timeout Paris. We'll take it with them. Paris trailing 8-0, and there is 4 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first half.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Brandon Fields with Johnson Law Office saying Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
Amber Canada Photography. Whether it's school portraits, sports action, or senior sessions, or family memories, I capture the moments that matter most. Fast, fun, and professional, because your memories deserve more than just pictures. They deserve art. Book your session today.
Paris, as we come back, making good use of their time out there. Joel Johnson, who went down earlier, is also the long snapper. And so they're trying to figure out what they wanted to do when they got down here. And coach doesn't usually go chasing points. So Paris is going to come out with two to the far side of the field. Got two backs in the backfield. Jaden Carter to the near side. Capo motions left. And it's going to be a keeper by Honey. He's got a man on him, gives him a stiff arm. He turns upfield, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Great hard run by Honey. A defender thought he had him for about a 4 or 5 yard loss, and he made it around the edge. Got upfield. So Paris making a personnel change here. And it looks like they are going to go for it, tie the game. It's Capo in the backfield. Bad snap, gets high. The ball gets thrown, but it's incomplete. It looked like there was some confusion there. And the snap come out high. So with 3:59 left in the half, it is Magnet Cove 8 and Paris 6. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris.
22 Brew, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
Hartley Barnhill with a pooch kick, and it's going to make a little indecision back there. Lands at about the 25. They've got a running lane. He's all the way up to midfield, fighting for yardage, and that's where the Eagles will stop him. We've seen that work really well many times. That was Jude Rainwater and Drayden Wilkerson in there on that stop. Paris comes out with a three-man front. Let's see what they do here. Magnet's not going to get out of this wing tee. They don't even split anybody out. They're wanting to run some time right now. They got a lead. They're going to pitch it to the near side of the field, stretch it out. Oh, we had one man. Jaden had him, but he missed him, and he got through a little groove there, and he's going to be close to the first down. Ty Farmer come over to clean it up. He was spinning around. Jaden Carter almost had him for a minimal gain. That's one thing about that wing tee. There's always going to be a lot of blockers out in front of whoever's got the ball. Very similar to when Paris runs that keeper in the trip set, keeps everybody over in front of them. This time they do split one man out. And They went for a quick pass there, and it's illegal motion. Their one wide man was moving. He's either moving or lined up off sides. In that formation, it could be several things. He could have their tight end has been not lining up on the line of scrimmage. So if their receiver was not lined up on the line of scrimmage, then that gives them too many men in the backfield. Same penalty. We just don't get to hear the explanation for it. This time they stay in tight. They're going to hand it off tackle to the right side, and he's going to be upended right there. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Harley Barnhill getting in there and sticking his nose in on the tackle again. Coach saw something there, saw him talking. The line judge. Our coaches are having problems with their headsets tonight, and so they don't have the same communications that they normally do. Paris bringing everybody up. They're not expecting a pass here, and that's exactly what it is. He looks downfield. He's just looking in one man's direction, and he catches it. Jaden never saw the pass coming, and the young man turned around and made a good play on the ball. They tackle him down at the 17. So not something we see very often is Jaden Carter, his man making a reception. Those usually wind up going back the other way. He had him covered up. He just never turned his head around to see the ball. Again, this wing tee, it will lull you to sleep. They're going to do a reverse in the backfield. Everybody's trying to find the ball. Whitman Patton still didn't realize the runner was behind him. He was looking for him, and that was looks like Blaine Maddox had come in and cleaned it up. Dalton had him tied up, and Blaine Maddox come through and put him on his backside, and that's a loss of about 4. They're going to split that man out again. Go with a hard count. They're going to pitch it way out on the edge to the right, and nothing doing. I believe that was Ethan Wells out there making that stop. Look at me go getting it before the announcer. Just a minute and 4 seconds left here in the half, and I tell you, I have to lean my head right up against the glass to be able to see the clock here. We can't get you a view of the clock. We're working on that, but Wing T just trying to burn clock right here. He's going to try to throw it again. He's scrambling. He's got men in pursuit, and he is hit from behind, and that is number 10, Landon Robertson. Big loss there. So now it's 4th and about 15 or 16. The ball's all the way back at the 22. I asked Josh if he wanted to say anything earlier, and he said he's using all of his brain power to keep these 8 different camera modes going. 4th down. They're in the set. I'm sure they're going to go with a hard count. They do not. He rolls out, looking downfield. He's got a man. It's way overthrown. Jaden Carter gets a hand on it, but it was out of bounds. So Paris is going to take over on downs. A whole 5 seconds left. Listen, we do fractions and decimals here. I read 5.6. Is that 5.6? What, Mitch, your job is safe. My spotter tonight is just, he didn't even round up. He rounded down. We got 5. That's a whole 0.6 of a second with our offense, and it looks like they're going to line up and just take a knee and go into the half here and regroup. Oney takes a knee. Waiting on that siren. There it is. There's a siren. The teams run off the field for the halftime. At halftime, It is Magnet Cove 8, Paris 6, and a low-scoring affair. We'll be back and try to get you some sound from the band performance here in just a few minutes.
The Logan County Fair Board is proud to sponsor Paris Eagle Athletics and wants you to know the Fair Building is now available to rent for your next gathering, wedding, or celebration. Contact Tanya Johnson or a board member today for schedule availability.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time. Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions from no-fee checking to our mobile app, from instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards, to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits. Come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
AirServe of Fort Smith is locally owned and operated by alumni Tony Hughes, and you can bet the bus on it. If Hall of Famer Jerome Bettis trusts AirServe, so can you. Call AirServe today.
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris.
"22 Lounge" is a family-owned restaurant where you can host events, enjoy live music, and try our house recipes from barbecue ribs, wings, brisket, steaks, fish, coleslaw, and potato salad. 22 Lounge, a place for all to enjoy.
Ron Trusty and Logan County Insurance have been in the same location for 40 years. Proud Paris alumni. Go see him for your auto, home, life, commercial, and bonds. That's Ron Trusty at Logan County Insurance in Paris. Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
Brandon Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3003.
Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Sieben Morgan & Associates in Paris or Ozark today.
When it's time for your next vehicle, shop local and drive with pride. You'll get more than a great car. You'll get hometown service and support from folks who know you by name. Paris Ford and Paris Chevrolet, proud supporters of the Paris Eagles.
from the Julie Tracer there. Is your band ready? You may take the field.
And there they are. The Eagle Regiment would like to thank Mr. Pryor, the village, Mr. Palmer for their support. The next appearance of the Eagle Regiment will be next Friday, senior night, as the Eagles take on the Glen Rose Beavers. Thank you. Don't forget, here on the home side, you can get a burger, chips, and a drink, all for $8. All proceeds benefit the Magnet Cove senior class of 2026. They're also offering sweet treats for $1 each. And tonight after the game, fifth quarter at Meadowview Missionary Baptist Church starts right after the game and ends at midnight. And this Wednesday, lots of things going on for Halloween in the community. Meadowview Missionary Baptist Church will be having its fall festival that evening.
All right, as we go live, Harley Barnhill with a kick. That was another one of those squib kicks. I'm resetting my mic here. I'm sorry, I had it set for the band, which was a little hot for me. How are we looking over there? You got good signal from me? A little more? There we go. Well, Paris had to kick off. They converted the onside kick to open the game, so that gave them the ball again right here in the second half. Again, come out in the wing tee, going to give it off to their left tackle. He's not going to get very far. He gets stood up. Like Whitman Patton was one of the ones in there getting his hand on him. Paris finds a way to get this offense rolling. I think we're going to be okay. Defense has played pretty strong. Had one broken play, and really outside of that, it really hadn't been a lot. Just some mistakes here and there. This wing tee, man, it's tough to defend. Well, they're going with the hard count, trying to get him to jump. 2nd 5. They're going to give it up the middle again. Looks like he's going to get a couple of yards. He's going to be a good 3 yards short. Tell you, Joel Johnson's also he's not out there right now after an injury earlier in the game, and he's the guy that kind of gives the signals and makes sure everybody's in their right place on defense. And you notice there has not been any drop off. That great leadership. These guys are getting up in there, boy. So there it is. They're gonna stop him. He's gonna roll over and get the first down. They're at the 48. Ball the nose at the 48. 1st and 10. Paris band looked and sounded good. So we found out a little bit of information on that. Their competition tomorrow has been canceled due to weather. And so they made the late decision to jump in a bus and head down this way and make the long trip to Magnet Cove. It's going to be a sweep to the near side. And he's going to be stood up. A host of Eagles in there. That looked like 77. Salgado was in there. I'm grabbing my card here. Brady Bumgardner ought to know that. 77. Everybody ought to know who 77 is. Second down and 8 here in the 3rd quarter. Again, you're not hearing much out of Reinhardt tonight. He is trying to operate 2 cameras that we've turned into 8. Whitman Patton on the rush. They got a man out in the flat, and he's open. He's going to get the first down, but not much more. Good tackle in the open field. I believe that was Brock Barnhill out there. They're going to mark it really close. That's first down. I thought it was. Still very good stop in the open field. And Paris is forcing them to have to throw the ball a little bit. Other than the one that they broke up the middle, they run into a blitz and got through it. Other than that, they haven't had any real big plays. They had one punt return where he got the edge. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to break several tackles and get down to about the 27-yard line, close to another first down. They're going to mark it at about the 26, I said here. So 3rd and 1. I think it's supposed to be 2nd and 1 as well. Yeah, they just flipped it back. My spotter's on top of it over here. Magnet taking their time, running the play in. Paris scrambles on defense to a line here. And they're set. It's going to be the same play off left tackle. He's got some room to run. He's got one man to beat. And it's Wells, and he's going to get into the corner of the end zone. And there it is, a Magnet Cove touchdown. Wells came from the far side of the field trying to get over there. Just couldn't get to him before he got to the pylon. It was right at the pylon. Magnet again going to go for 2 here. It's a big play. It's going to be that exact same play, handoff to that tackle, and he did not get it. That's a big play because that keeps it a one-score game. The score now 14-6, Magnet Cove. We got 7:44 left in the third quarter. I'm mad. I don't know. After seeing them kick that last one and go all the way into the end zone, they obviously got a young man with a leg. Paris is not looking like they're expecting anything onside. Still got the bigs up front. Pretty good hands up front too, though. And it's another onside kick, and it is not going to get the distance needed. Did not get 10 yards. They're finally going to blow it dead. That was kind of an awkward play. It went about 8 yards, 8.5 yards. Didn't get there. Good job by Paris not to touch it. We're going to start out on their end of the field. We're going to start out at the 49-yard line. Very good patience by the Eagles not to jump around on a wet football. And again, the conditions aren't bad, but it's cold. Everything is damp. I'm sure by now their uniforms and the gloves and everything are pretty wet. It rained here this morning. Parrot's going to send a man in motion, and that's who they're going to give it to. Turn it upfield. He's got about 4 yards. That is number 8, Ty Farmer. Haven't got to call his name a whole lot tonight. Paris hasn't done a lot of the deep passing game that we've seen, but they are going with tempo here. They're going to go 2 to the left, 1 to the near side. They got 3 to the left, 3 to the far side of the field. 1 way out wide. Magnet running a deep safety. This is going to be Ty Farmer here. He's got the first down and about 5 more. Great catch, great run. And what we usually see from him, just a good first step, make a man miss, and then run to daylight. So Paris moves all the way down to about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. That's going to be Jaden Carter in motion. They're going to put it in his hands. He's got a little bit of room here to run. He gets around the corner. Now he's got one man to beat, and that man's going to knock him out of bounds. But he gets all the way down to about the 21-yard line. Tough angle for us to see from here. That's a first down. Again, Paris going with tempo. They're ready. As soon as them chains are set, they're going to be ready. Capo's in the backfield just to the right of Honey. Got 3 split to the left. Snap, give to Capo up the middle. Had a big hole there. Linebacker come up, make the stop. He's going to pick up right at 5, long forward. And here we go with the tempo again. Ty Farmer getting up to the line. Honey looks things over, takes one look back at the sideline, signaling something in here late. They do not have a safety over the top. They've got an extra nickel on the left side. It's going to be a give to Capo. He's got a little bit of room to run up the middle, but not a lot, about 3 yards maybe there. Hard to tell how many yards from the angle we're at. So we're waiting on that yard marker to move so we can give you an accurate. It looks like he just got about a yard. So it's 3rd and about 4 here. They fake it to Capo. Honey rolls out to his right, and his man is knocked down. No flag on the play. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And Ty Farmer gets up, and he's banging his cleats on the ground. That was probably more of a slip than it was contact. Paris getting the play in from the sideline. Everybody looking, getting their call. 4th down and 4. 3 split the left, 1 to the near side. Brock Barnhill's out here by himself on an island. Honey's going to drop back. He looks, and he's got a man in the middle of the field. That's Ty Farmer, and it's going to be close. I don't think he got it. There's going to be a turnover on downs at about the 12-yard line, somewhere right in that nature. Man, it was close. Need the defense step up and make a play here. So it's 14-yard line. I'm 5 yards off from where I'm having them marked. Again, Josh doing a great job of giving y'all angles of these plays. We're set up at about the 40 on one end and been able to get most of these angles to you. Paris stays pretty close. They do have a safety, but he's up close. They're going to run it off tackle to the near side, and he stood up. That was Whitman Patton in there, and I saw Dawson Bradford in there. He's going to get about 2. This wing T offense at Magnet Runs is giving their opponents a lot of problems. Paris gets that. They get the offense rolling. They still got a chance to put their will on it. It's going to be that same run off tackle, and he's got it. He broke through there. He looks like he's got the 1st down. It's hard to tell. I'm waiting on them. They gave him forward progress. And nobody's really spotted it yet. We're looking for a signal. That's a 1st down. So they're all the way out to the 25, 20, 24. So he barely got it. It was a good second effort. The Paris had it bottled up there at the beginning, and the one thing that they do a whole lot of is they change up the run is a little bit different. Paris brings an extra man over to the edge. Look like they're going to bring pressure off the edge, and the play goes the opposite direction, but it's blown up over there. One of our big defensive linemen got in there right off the bat. Looks like Dawson Bradford was in on that. Harley Barnhill. Dalton Farnham. They stay in tight. Got 2 backs. They're going to pitch it, try to go wide. Great job there by Jude Rainwater of sealing that edge and forcing the back inside. He wanted to get out wider. forced him back inside into traffic. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Again, the hospitality here has been great. It's just the layout of things is what kind of put us in a peculiar position, and plus the signal issues. It's going to be a run up the middle, and I think he got it. They fake the handoff, the quarterback keeper, and he gets the first down. He's out to the 34-yard line. A 38-yard line. I'm still reading them 5 yards off. They break the huddle and send one man wide to the near side. Paris has got everybody up on the line of scrimmage, and I think they had an extra man in the backfield. Now they're going to call offsides on Paris. Somebody got a little anxious in there. I believe that was one where we lined up offside, had somebody line up in the neutral zone. It's going to put it at the 43, 1st and 5. Those linemen are anxious to get in there and make contact and clog those holes up. They stay in a tight formation, hard count. We can hear it all the way up in the booth. It's going to be a handoff off this tackle. It's a play we've seen many times. Ethan Wells comes up and makes a stop. Did not get the first down. It's going to be 2nd and very short. Again, Paris went all the way down to the 14, so they've run a whole lot of plays here, and they still haven't crossed midfield. It's just kind of that 3 yards of clouded dust. So 2nd and 1 here. It's going to be that quick pass, and he did complete it. Paris is going to try to track him down. Tried to knock the ball loose. Couldn't tell if it came loose. I think it did. Paris has got the ball. Harley Barnhill come up with the ball before Harley come running in, and there was no doubt what he was going to do. He had his arm up. He was ready to chop that ball out, and he's the one that came out with it. But they give Magnet the completion there. Good job by Harley to try to knock that ball loose. They're all the way down now to about the 12-yard line on that quick hit pass. Go off tackle to the far side. He avoided a big hit by John Salgado there and dove forward, and he's going to get about 5 yards out of that play. Paris making some substitutions here. They've got a man split way out to the near side of the field, but stay in that wing T. It's going to be a quarterback keeper trying to go off the right guard. Nothing doing there. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Magnet has done what they wanted to do, and that is get a lead and run the clock. And so at the end of 3, it is Magnet Cove 14, Paris 6. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
When I say with all our respect, you can be assured that at Roller Funeral Homes, we treat each family with honesty and integrity, and we are always there to provide strength for your family. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect.
Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Sieben Morgan & Associates in Paris or Ozark today.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
Warren Shoes, your home for Nike, New Balance, North Face, and UGG. Locally owned since 1949. Located in their iconic location on the square in downtown Paris.
Big time defensive stand needed by the Eagles here. It's 3rd and 5, and they are at about the 7-yard line, 8-yard line. It's going to be a give on the outside. He's going to be hitting the backfield, and, man, they blew that play up. The ball come out late. They're going to call it down. That is Salgado again. Called his name a lot tonight. Looks like he's fighting a cramp down there. He's going to get up gingerly. He'll jog that one off to the sideline. Dalton Farnham over there quickly to help him try to stretch it out, but Paris has a very limited number of those big guys. They've got 7 total, and we've lost 1 tonight to an injury. So now it's going to be 4th and about 7. It looks like Paris is going to take a timeout right here. So we'll go ahead and take that timeout with them, and we'll be right back.
22 Brew, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
22 Lounge is a family-owned restaurant where you can host events, enjoy live music, and try our house recipes from barbecue ribs, wings, brisket, steaks, fish, toast.
We're back for 4th down and long here, and should be noted, we watched one of Magnet Cove's lead backs be taken by a golf cart back to their training facility. And with Salgado back out there, I have a feeling we probably took that time out to get him stretched out and back on the field. Officials are talking through something, making sure everything's clear. Big play here for the Eagles. 4th down. About 7 to go. They got a man split to the short side or to the far side of the field, but not very far out. They're going to send a man in motion. They're going to go to that side. They're going to throw to that man that was out there. I think the ball, I can't tell if he caught it. He did catch it. That's going to give them the first down. They're going to have 1st and goal, and a very short 1st and goal. He got popped right as he caught it. He held on to it as he came down. It's all the way diagonally across the field from us. First and about 2. And they got the touchdown. So Magnet Cove takes a 2-score lead here. That makes it 20-6. Again, this 2-point conversion becomes a big play. Paris needs to stop here. I think they had a lot shorter to go than we thought they did, because it looked like the quarterback basically just took the snap and stuck the ball over the goal line. They're in a bunch in the backfield. They're going to hand it to the last back through, and no good. Paris defense holds. Big play by the Paris defense there. Way to step up, big guys. (20-6). With trying to see here, 11 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. So kind of get the way the looking diagonally through the window, it just blurs everything, so it makes it a little hard to read. With a 2-score lead, I have a feeling they're probably going to kick it deep and make Paris have to go the distance here, but kind of thought that last time. But Paris has changed up their kickoff return since the Perryville game, and a lot more hands guys up front. You got to remember some of those guys wearing big numbers have pretty good hands and have made some pretty big plays. So. Ball fell off the tee. Coach is kind of scooting Paris's guys up, letting them know if it goes over your head, let it go. So they're going to put it back and reset it here. They're going to kick it away. It's going to be Wells that's going to take this one. He's going to get up into the pile, past the 35, about the 37-yard line. I'm sorry, about 32-yard line. Looking at this thing from this weird angle, I keep getting off on the yard line. Not bad starting field position. That was a good job just with the up back. Getting the ball and getting everything he could, getting up there behind his big guys. When he's going to take the ball, he's going to throw it to the right. He's got a man incomplete out there. That is Alex Wells. I have managed to turn my roster upside down and backwards. My spotter's doing a good job. We got a handoff to Jaden Wells out here on the edge. He's got some room to run, getting some blocks. He turns upfield. A flag comes out. Now our receivers are really good at blocking downfield, and I think they're going to get called for a hold here. The flag is sitting at about the 47-yard line, and that's where the penalty would be marked off from. Yeah, it's a holding call out here on the edge. Got a little too much jersey. So mark it off from there, and I think that's going to be about where we just were. I think we net gained about a foot on that. Yeah, we didn't even gain a full yard out of that. It's good play, good cutback by Jaden to the middle of the field too, following his blockers. Honey rolls to his right. He's got a man downfield, just can't connect with him. Had some pressure in there tonight. You know, we've got guys, especially when you lose someone the caliber of Joel Johnson, who plays both ways. I mean, he's literally run interceptions back for yardage and then turned around to block on the offensive line. The other thing is he's the snapper on our extra points, and so makes a big difference when you got somebody different there. Paris got a little confusion on the substitution. They're going to take a timeout here. So we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back after this.
The Logan County Fair Board is proud to sponsor Paris Eagle Athletics and wants you to know the Fair Building is now available to rent for your next gathering, wedding, or celebration. Contact Tanya Johnson or a board member today for schedule availability.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time. Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions from no-fee checking to our mobile app, from instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards, to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits. Come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
Air Serve of Fort Smith is locally owned and operated by alumni Tony Hughes, and you can bet the bus on it. If Hall of Famer Jerome Bettis trusts Air Serve, so can you. Call Air Serve today.
Brandon Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
I'd like to say that the officials are giving us a TV timeout. I think they allowed us to finish our commercial set there. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Paris has got 2 split to each side. Honey takes a snap. He looks. He's got a man over on, and that was way early. There comes the flag. Yeah, that was an obvious one there. It was throwing for Jaden Carter, and the defender just went right through him. So Paris will pick up the first down here. Been a well-officiated game. Even though I still think it was a forward pass. But it is what it is. All right, moves the ball well upfield, across midfield, all the way down to the 48 of Magnet Cove. Now Paris has got to score and get a stop here. So Honey drops back. He's looking downfield. He's got some time, and he's going to air it out. He's got a man down there, and that's Capo, and he's got it, and he's in the end zone. One-handed, over the shoulder, Jackie Robinson, Capo into the end zone. We all know he's known for his hands, right? It's always the big guy with the soft hands. Capo's a freight train and just pulled that in and made it look easy. Great pass by Honey, put it right on him. And he was actually well covered, had a guy running with him. So with 9:50 left, Paris trails 20-12. They're going to line up. They're lining up with 2 split to each side. Going to go for 2 here. He's going to send Capo in motion. He looks, scrambles, takes off up the middle, and he is across it. Waiting on the official signal. There it is. 2-point conversion is good. It is 20-14. Big conversion. $20-14. So now just getting in the end zone. If we can get a stop here and just get back in the end zone, we got this thing tied up. We've got 9 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. And I can promise you they're going to try to grind and grind and grind right here. Paris taking a lot of time over on the sideline before they come out for the kick. Looking for a play clock. I don't see one. There's one. It still hadn't even started yet, so we're good. Kind of making it look like they're going for the onside kick here. And it is a pooch kick. It's going to be fielded by the up back at the 20. Got a lot of Eagles around him. Jaden Carter comes in and makes the initial contact, and I couldn't tell who it was cleaning it up. And they're going to call a late hit on that? So, it may have been targeting. May went high on him after he was coming down. It's a personal foul, so that's what it is. Yeah, it went high on him, made contact helmet to helmet. So that's going to give him the ball all the way out to the 45. Good coverage there, and man, that's just one of them things. And you're diving, and the guy's falling. And I don't think there was any intent there, but it was helmet to helmet contact. Magnet taking their time. Paris pressing the box. They hit the running back in the backfield, and Whitman Patton swings him for a loss. Whitman Patton blew past his guy, and waiting on the official spot here to see how big they gave him a lot of forward progress. Yeah, they gave him forward progress back to the 42, so it only makes it a 4-yard loss. And that's probably about where Whitman hit him, but that's not where he ended up. They're going to send a man in motion again to the near side, and he's going to set on this side. They're going to roll out. They're looking over here to the receiver on the far side. That's broken up and nearly intercepted. That was Dalton Farnham. There is a flag. They're calling pass interference. I'm not so sure Dalton didn't hit the ball first. That'll give him a first down. Move him across midfield. Magnet hadn't thrown the ball very much, but they've been able to get yardage with it when they have. Back into the wing T set. Paris is going to blitz. It's going to be a sweep to the near side, and he's hit right at the boundary. Knocked out of bounds at about right at the 40. Let's see where they mark it. It was below our line of view there, maybe a little bit better than that. Yeah, it's going to be about 38. So I'll bring up 2nd and 5. Paris is going to sub in here. Capo's going to come in, and I don't know if he's going to be on the down. Or if he's going to be on the linebacker here. He's going to be on the edge. Paris is going with 4, and he's going to be on the edge. 3 down linemen and 2 ends all crammed in there. Ball's on the ground. Magnet picks it up, and they blow it dead really quick. I guess they're saying forward progress is stopped right there. They're going to lose about a yard out of it. Third and 6 for the Eagles here. Again, single man coverage, no safety over the top, out on the far side of the field. Quarterback's going to roll and look that away. That's where he's looking. He just heaves it up, and it is intercepted. Ethan Wells has got it, and he's returning. He's got some blockers. He's still going. He's on his feet and run out of bounds near midfield. Ball wasn't really anywhere close to the receiver. I think he just reared back and threw it as far as he could throw it right there. Had a man in his face right as he let go of it. Changes up your throwing motion. You got to throw it high and get it over him. Paris goes in a bunch formation on the right side. Going to send a man in motion. But then they're going to give it to Capo back up the middle, and he's going to go for about 3. It's a good-looking play. We give that to Jaden a lot coming across. The entire secondary was moving with Jaden. Now Paris is split 2 to each side. Capo still in the backfield. He goes in motion into the flat. It's going to be Honey up the middle. He shakes one guy, and he makes man all the way out, and he is close to the first down. It's going to be just short of the first down. Great effort there by Honey. Tough running. Third and 1. Wouldn't be surprised if this isn't number 22's number called right here. He goes in motion. It's going to be Honey on the sweep. He turns it upfield. He's got the first down and about 3 more. See how far they mark it. He kind of dove at the end. I don't know if he was down before he dove. Hey, they give him about half that distance. So they're all the way down to the 43, 1st and 10. 6:40 left in the game. Paris trails by 6. Trips to the right. Honey looks that way, throws to the middle of the field. Oh, my, what overthrew his receiver, and it was picked off by the safety who was deep. Great grab by him. He had him there, just put a little bit much on it, and it got over his head, and they had a safety deep. If that's complete, it's 6 points. They're going to split a guy out way out there on the edge again. I believe that's Jude Rainwater out there in the coverage. They're going to run it, though. They want to run that clock. They run it up the middle. He breaks free. He cuts back across the field. Ty Farmer comes in and makes the tackle. That's going to be close to the first down marker. Mark it just across the 40. 2nd down and about 2. We've called on this Paris defense many times this year, and they've answered the bell. Here we are running again, wing T again. Looked like a little confusion. They've got him out on the edge. He's going to get the first down, it looks like. He is not. He took a good look. 2 guys in there. He's going to wave off any help. We're waiting on the spot to be sure, but I thought he got the first down. We're waiting on the signal. They're looking at it. It's that close. I think they're going to call official timeout for measurement. Yeah, they're going to back the teams off. They did not bring the chains on earlier when they made this, but they are this time. Initial thought was that he had it. Official places the marker, and they're going to measure, and it looks like he's short. Boy, it is close. They're on top of it and still looking. So it's going to be 3rd and inches. Magnet Cove hadn't made many mistakes tonight, but this would be a nice spot for them too. I mean, it was close. Third and inches. Paris is all up on the line of scrimmage. I'm sure they're going to try to draw him off with a hard count. It's going to be a handoff. He's going to get it, but barely. I'm not even sure he got a full yard there before they got him, but he didn't need much. They're at the 37-yard line. Clock still continuing to tick down. That's Paris's worst enemy right now. We need the time. Magnet Cove is doing everything they can to burn clock here. That's what their offense does. More of a standard formation here. And he's going to make about 2 yards before he gets chopped down by number 3, Jaden Carter, who come up and made the stop. About 2 yards. Something looked really awkward on that far side, and I can see the officials talking about it. I don't know exactly what it was. We're at the 4-minute mark now left in the game. Time's becoming crucial. Back into the wing tee. They're going to run it out on the far edge, and big old Whitman Patton bringing him down for a loss. Their running backs have taken a beating tonight, just getting hit inside over and over. This young man, they're going to call an official timeout, give him some time to get off the field. They've already lost their speedster that was giving us a lot of problems up the middle. So it's going to be 3rd and 11. They make the substitution here. He has to come out of the game here because they called an official timeout.
He's holding the same spot number 3 was holding whenever he got injured.
Magnet Cove's going to take a timeout right here. We're going to take it with them. We'll be right back after this.
Looking for a fast and friendly pharmacy? ExpressRx offers free delivery, convenient drive-through, and personalized service. We are your hometown pharmacy. ExpressRx. Come in and experience the difference.
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
22 Lounge is a family-owned restaurant where you can host events, enjoy live music, and try our house recipes from barbecue ribs, wings, brisket, steaks, fish, coleslaw, and potato salad. 22 Lounge, a place for all to enjoy.
Big 3rd down here for the Eagles. I'd keep a close eye on both of those tight ends. They like to throw to them out of this set. They're down in running backs now. The 2 guys that were in there starting the game are not the 2 guys that are there now, I don't think, unless they called that timeout to get that young man back into the game. That could be the case. I do not have one of their rosters to be able to compare the numbers. Paris is really expecting him to the near side of the field. Quarterback's going to drop back. It's going to be a quick hitter into the flat. He was open, and they just did not connect. So it's incomplete. 4th down and 11, and most importantly, stops the clock. 3 minutes and 26 seconds here. Got to figure they're probably going to try to throw it again, 4th and long. They're going to hurry to the line of scrimmage. They're probably going to try to get Paris to jump here. It's going to be a drop back. He rolls out, same play, throw into the flat, and he's got it complete. But I don't know that he's got the yardage. Barely got the first down. Wow, just barely got the first down. I mean, close. Less than a yard. They run all those defenders off and then release that tight end out into the flat. And it was almost a mirror image of the play that they ran before that he was open and they didn't connect on. We're getting into that territory where we're going to have to start using our timeouts, make a stop. They're going to run the ball. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Oh, and he's got one man to beat, and that man gets him. That's going to be another first down. I think that was Jude Rainwater that came over and made that stop. He's out there trying to pump him up. Brady Bumgardner subbing in, get a little more beef up front. Again, Paris working these linemen a lot. They're all the way down to the 11. They're going to split that man way out. Stay in the wing tee. They're going to run it off to the near side. Just probably trying to force Paris into timeouts here. I don't know if he got any positive yardage or not. They're going to say they got about 1. Same formation. Paris got everybody up in the box. It's going to be a pitch, the far side of the field. I know what the coaches are complaining about there. There is no flag on that hold out there on the edge. As Landon Robertson got tackled out on the edge there. They still didn't. It was still well defended. So 3rd down and about 6. We're at 1:32. Need a big stop right here. And they're going to call Paris for jumping off sides. That's going to make it 3rd and really short. No flag. They're waving the flag off. Timeout, Paris. All right, with that timeout, we're going to take it with them. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
The Logan County Fair Board is proud to sponsor Paris Eagle Athletics and wants you to know the Fair Building is now available to rent for your next gathering, wedding, or celebration. Contact Tanya Johnson or a board member today for schedule availability.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time. Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions from no-fee checking to our mobile app. From instant issue, tap to pay debit cards to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits. Come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
AirServe of Fort Smith is locally owned and operated by alumni Tony Hughes, and you can bet the bus on it. If Hall of Famer Jerome Bettis trusts AirServe, so can you. Call AirServe today. Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Sieben Morgan & Associates in Paris or Ozark today. Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris. So a lot of confusion during that timeout, and we're still a little confused on the resolution of it. The near side official had waved off the flag. Then they marked off the yardage, and then the officials got together, and I think coach is still saying that the spot isn't correct. They've explained it to both coaches.
They didn't fix the clock.
And they didn't adjust the clock. There'll be a pile in the middle. He's not going to get it. Paris takes a timeout right away. So we'll take it with them, and we'll sort out the down and distance when we get back.
Amber Canada Photography. Whether it's school portraits, sports action, or senior sessions, or family memories, I capture the moments that matter most. Fast, fun, and professional, because your memories deserve more than just pictures. They deserve art. Book your session today.
Brandon Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3003.
El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris.
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect.
Crucial fourth down right here for the Eagles. It's fourth and a long 2. Minute 15 left. Paris crowd in the box. That's right where they run it, and it's going to be close. Runs into his own guy, and he gets into the end zone. There was a lot of bodies flying down there. That's 26 to 14 now. Magnet Cove on top with 1:11 left. These linemen are gassed. I mean, they have been out there the entire game, every play both ways. They're going to switch which hash mark they're going to take it off of. So they're going to put it on the far side of the field. Leave it wide to this side, which would tell me they're probably trying to hit 14 on a quick slant. That's exactly where they look. They throw out in the flat, and Paris can't make the stop. They had a chance at him. Hard to make that tackle for a 2-yard stop. So Magnet Cove converts the 2-point conversion, and they go up 28 to 14. We got a minute and 11 seconds left. Paris doesn't have, I don't think they have any timeouts left. I don't think there's anything that notates it on the board up there, but I think we've used all of ours. Paris is going to need to do what they do best, and that is attack. And they've got to go fast-paced tempo and try to score quick. And then I'm sure you're going to see an onside kick when that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if Magnet actually either tries to kick like a hard onside kick here, or they're not. They're gonna kick it back to Wells again. He's gonna grab it at about the 30. He's got a seam, and he could go, guys. He could go. He's at the 40, 30, and out of bounds at the 20, and then hit late, and the flag comes in. It's going to be half the distance to the goal from there. Paris is going to have it first and goal with Short. Athan a little slow to get up. Not the biggest guy out there. He's quick. Surprised me that they kept kicking to him because he's fast. I mean, he's not a big guy. He's staying in the game. He a little slow getting up. He took a lick, and it was a couple of steps out of bounds, and so they called the personal foul. Again, been a well officiated game. This crew talks to each other, and they have done a good job with that tonight. You know, the whole timeout versus penalty a minute ago could have been a wild one, but you know, it's a lot harder for them to hear coaches yelling timeout. But the near side line judge immediately picked up his flag and waved it off, and then they got together and did it as a group. So Paris is going to have the ball right at the 10-yard line. Let's go. This is time to pick it up. Capo's going to go in motion to the far side of the field, looking to the near side. He's got a man in the end zone, overthrows him. Yeah, clock stops on the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 here. Paris can get a first down inside the 1-yard line, but I don't think that's what they're looking to do. They're a chunk play offense. And I think they're going 5 wide here. Now Capo's coming back in the backfield. Got a man in motion. They're looking. He's open. He's open. That's touchdown. That's Ty Farmer, isn't it? Ty Farmer with a score. So 53 and a half seconds left. It's 28-20. Paris will go for 2 here. You hear the band playing all the way over here with the windows closed. Good job, Paris band. A little trouble getting the play in. Play clock's down to 11. We're going to need to hurry here. 8, 7. Going to send in motion. It's going to be Capo up the middle. No, it's not. It's Honey. Honey kept it, and he is going to be just short. Oh, the ball come loose. They're going to say his forward progress had stopped. Paris did recover it in the end zone. They're going to say his forward progress was stopped, and 53 and a half seconds. It's going to come down to an onside kick right here. Their coach is definitely telling them, fall on the ball. You could read the sign language up here. The band's got their phones out with their lights on and waving back and forth over there on the far sideline. Paris talking about how they want to execute this. Play clock is yet to start, so we're in good standing there. They break their sideline huddle and come on out. Jaden is going to attempt the onside kick. Change things up here a little bit. So Jaden Carter, recognize him with those pink gloves. He's always easy to find on the field. And here we go. And the kick, it went too far, went out of bounds. That's going to give Magnet Cove the ball. It'll be on Paris's end of the field, too, because they'll get a penalty for it going out of bounds. Jaden beating himself up for that. But, man, onside kick is hard to execute. I think they got it where they wanted to. It just didn't get enough of the ground and took one skip and bounced out of bounds. I'm just going to mark it right where it went out of bounds. They're in victory formation here. Not a lot Paris can do about it.
Ethan Ramsey takes the knee in a victory formation for the Panthers.
45 seconds and counting. They'll have to run another play. Take the snap, and that will end the game. Paris gets upset on the road, 28-20 by Magnet Cove. There's the final horn. Players come out and shake hands. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with a little bit of post game, and then we're going to be hitting that long drive home. That's your final. Paris suffers their first conference loss tonight at Magnet Cove.
Amber Canada Photography. Whether it's school portraits, sports action, or senior sessions, or family memories, I capture the moments that matter most. Fast, fun, and professional, because your memories deserve more than just pictures. They deserve art. Book your session today.
Brandon Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris.
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Brandon Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
Well, we're back here for the postgame. There's evidence that Josh Reinhardt did make the trip tonight. You didn't see much from him tonight. He was busy on all those camera angles. Tough one. You can tell Coach is telling him to put this one behind him and start looking toward next week.
That's right. I mean, and I'm sure they'll discuss it. I mean, they're certainly not eliminated from the conference championship with the loss, but it does create a scenario that's not the most favorable scenario. I mean, first of all, they're going to have to find a way to beat Glen Rose next week at home. It is a Glen Rose team, though, that beat this Magnet Cove team 55-0. So obviously they have their work cut out for them there. And then if Magnet, that would create a three-way tie. But if Magnet Cove then goes and loses one of their remaining ones, then you can still win the conference with the tiebreak over Glen Rose. If they end up somehow that three-way tie, I don't know where that tiebreaker goes.
There yet. I'm sure it come down to points, and Tonight didn't help us on the points, but we had the points in a lot of other places. So, that's a tough loss. That's the first time that we've really seen the Paris offense, especially in conference, have any trouble moving the ball.
Well, we talked. Obviously, we had a lot of time on the way up here. Talking about this one, it's a weird day for that team in a lot of ways. You don't have school today. You got to make this long road trip. A lot of times that's a recipe for disaster. And I really thought that going into it, the thing that could create this upset would be if there were a lot of turnovers. It usually is the factor, and that's kind of what happened. Had a lot of turnovers. I think 3 interceptions and the fumble. So you really can't overcome that. On the road against a team that's we talked about.
Magnet made very few mistakes tonight. I mean, they played a good game.
You and I talked on the way up here about how you obviously was going to come out of defense because these are two teams that had shown that they could score. And 28-20, I think we probably thought it was going to be higher scoring than that, but it was defense in the sense that Magnet Cove just had more takeaways. Otherwise maybe you're looking at this being like a 35-28 type victory for Paris, but
and hopefully we get Joel Johnson back for next week. Hope it's nothing serious and we can get him back. Because that's a huge loss.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just when you got 7 linemen and you lose a key player that goes both ways and has a great motor.
Yeah, he just provides such a spark. Flies around the ball. I mean, energy guy. It's a loss that's going to be really hard for him to overcome. It's hard for him to overcome tonight. Over the course of the game after he went down and. Again, it's a big task for them next week with Glen Rose.
Glen Rose is going to try to run the ball. I mean, that's what they're going to try to do. You're going to see a lot more of this ground and pound. We're going to need the big guys to step up and our linebackers to fill the gaps and just limit our mistakes. The thing about this team, and we say this every week, there's no quit in them. I mean, even when things don't go their way, there's no quit. They don't, you're not seeing them out there doing foolish things and getting personal fouls or any of that stuff when they're behind, or things aren't going their way. And honestly, tonight it was a pretty clean game. Obviously, you wish you get the 50-50 calls. Sometimes they just don't go your way. But this crew did a good job, and I feel like they did a good job of explaining things too. Both coaches, tonight it was just a night we could never get in rhythm on offense, and we had a couple of chances. And listen, that the last interception, it was an overthrown ball, but the guy made a fantastic play to bring that down. Most of the time. That he's eyed in on the receiver, and he never sees that ball, and it just sailed just high, and I believe it was Jaden Carter cutting across the field. If he catches that, that's a touchdown. And then we're looking at a totally different situation after that. So I mean it was a game of inches tonight, and Paris didn't come out on top. First time in conference play that we've had to talk about Paris losing. So. We do have a long drive home tonight. There were a lot of fans here, more than I thought would make this trip.
Kudos to them. It's a long drive. It's not the most comfortable of drives, depending on the route you take. So,
but hey, listen, we're going to be back with a lot of energy, and I know that it's senior night next week, and so we've got some leadership that's going to be ready to come prove a point. I think they're going to play with a chip on their shoulder next week. And coaches will have them ready. And it's a tough one. I can see the rain starting to sprinkle. We don't have enough signal to get you any scores. I know there was an electric delay in Boonville and then a weather delay in Boonville. So I don't know what happened over there. I know several people were interested in that score. And we don't have anything from around the conference. I'm not sure there were any major matchups tonight. Probably some games that would decide the 4 and the 5 tonight in the conference, but we'll be able to look those up. Paris has got to come out and play with heart next week. Again, they showed heart. They didn't give up. Just didn't go their way tonight.
Yeah, that game next week will be to give them a chance to maybe still win the conference.
Still got a chance.
You know, and a loss pretty much locks up the 3 seed for them. So.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to sign off from Magnet Cove. It is completely empty already across the field. I can see the moisture starting to fall outside the window, so we're going to get all of our gear packed up and get on the road. If you made the drive and you're listening to us, y'all have a safe trip home. Thank you for all of you at home that tuned in and watched our chaos tonight as we were scrambling most of the night just to make things work. Thank you to the Paris Eagle Foundation for giving us the gear. We ran completely off of a hot spot and a battery tonight, and so the technology's been impressive. But thank you. This is Jamie Varnell with Josh Reinhardt and Titus Davis signing off from Magnet Cove for